Hi everyone, welcome to your yoga class today. Today's class, we are going to do yoga for anxiety. So we have a couple of props that I want you to grab. Get a couple of pillows, have a blanket on hand. If you have a block, grab a block. If not, you can get a thick book. That will also do the trick. Grab yourself some water and even a little essential oils, maybe a little lavender or something that you find calming, and go ahead and put that on your wrists or your big toe, and we're gonna get started. Okay, everyone, so go ahead and get yourself comfortable on your mat and put yourself right up against the wall. And find yourself with your legs extended and just in a nice, comfortable position. You don't have to, force the entire back up the wall. We just want to feel some of that support of the wall along our spine. And then you're gonna grab your pillow. And you're gonna bring your pillow in really close and give it some love right up close. You're gonna hug it tight and you're gonna let yourself relax here. And start to notice when you begin to settle into this pose, if maybe your feet start to turn outwards as you relax in. And don't be afraid to have the pillow fully across your chest. Maybe you're gonna hug it, maybe you're gonna hold it against your chest and your stomach. And then begin to sink in here. Finding that comfortable seat for yourself. Head is on the back of the wall as well. And we're just gonna breathe here, closing your mouth and inhaling and exhaling through the nose, just softly, not trying to force or change the breath, just letting it flow freely. And we're gonna be here for 10 breaths. The mind's gonna wanna wander, that's okay. Just bring the attention back to the breath. Give the mind something to focus on. Maybe even let out a big sigh at one point. Letting go some of the tension and that energy that's been built up in the body. Pull that inhale right down to the belly and feel the belly expand into the pillow and let it go. Let's try 2 more breaths here. Notice if your finger and your grip on the pillow starts to soften and your body begins to relax. Feeling the support and pressure from the front and from the back, from the wall and the pillow. From here, we're going to do a short visualization. So I want you to picture yourself on a beach at sunset. And on that beach, there's a fire. There's nobody else around right now. Next to the fire, you see a paper and a pen. And on that paper, you're gonna write down what you feel worried about. What's been causing you a lot of mental pain, stress, and struggle. Perhaps thinking too far into the future, worrying about situations we can't control, worrying about other people, finances, whatever it is that's been bothering you and causing you anxiety. See yourself writing that down. And then you're going to rip off that page. And you're going to slowly put the paper into the fire. watching it burn, watching the smoke rise up to the sky, into the star blanket across you above. This is your symbolizing of letting go, just for now, just for this moment, letting go of the worry and giving it to the universe. Check in with how you feel. Give your thanks and your appreciation to the fire, and slowly begin to walk away. Now the thoughts of the worry are going to want to come back. They're not gone, but you've made a conscious choice to let them go. So when they come back and they try to get back into your mind, you're going to put up your hand like a stop sign and say no thank you. This is another conscious choice to let go. And we can continue doing that anytime and any place when worry thoughts come up and try to get in. We can say no thank you and replace those thoughts with something more positive and productive. Worries are chronic fears, and they don't help us. Now repeat this affirmation: I am safe and all is well. I am safe and all is well. I am safe and all is well. And that's an affirmation you can replace instead of your worry thoughts. Now slowly coming back to the space, blinking your eyes open, becoming aware of the room, not moving quickly, but just coming back into the space. And we're going to slowly move from the wall onto our mat as we begin to lay down. So grabbing both of your pillows, start to edge your way over to the mat. We're going to take a pillow on either side of us. So giving yourself some space. And we're going to come laying down, knees pointed up to the ceiling, feet grounded onto the mat. And we're just going to breathe here for a moment, finding our breath. I'm going to inhale those knees up to the chest, and we're going to drop them open and over to one side. It doesn't matter which side, but lay them on the pillow. You can keep your hands on your belly, or you can open up in that arm, but we're just doing a soft, gentle, supported twist here. Breathe in to the belly. Exhale, let it go. On the next inhale, you're going to bring the legs back up. And on the exhale, we're going to drop them over to the other side. Again, having the pillow there to support. Bring the hands to the belly, or you can open up into that arm. On the next inhale, bring the knees back to center, plant the feet back down to the ground. And we're just going to focus here on keeping the back onto the ground. So we're going to inhale our knees to the chest and hold them gently. So you might be grabbing your ankles, your shins, or the backs of your thighs. whatever feels comfortable, or you can wrap your arms around. But what we're focusing on here is the spine. From tail to top of the head, we are focusing on the feeling and the sensation of the floor against the spine. So don't rock yourself from side to side right now. Keep that low back against the floor. It will naturally be there for most of us. If there's a slight curve, that's okay. Just breathe into it and let the body know that it's safe to let go. It's safe to feel the support of the floor and the pull of gravity, and just feeling that pressure of the floor against the back from the tailbone all the way up to the head, feeling that groundedness and that support. And just breathe here for a moment. Maybe let out a sigh or two. We're going to drop those knees, bring the feet back to the floor, and we're going to take our arms here, and I want you to take your right hand with your left arm. I want you to massage all the way down your arm. And use some pressure here. Not a lot, not you don't want to hurt yourself or anything, but enough that you're going to feel this, and just grab that muscle, grab that skin. Not pinching, use your full hand and just apply a little pressure. And now switch sides. So we're just grabbing that arm all the way down. Still have our feet nice and planted on the floor. Back is nice and supported here. Beauty. And now we're going to take both arms up, fingertips pointed towards the sky, and we're going to bend at the elbows, crossing at the elbows and giving ourselves a nice hug here. Maybe even lift and spread the toes and plant them back down to feel that grip, that earth grip, grounding in the feet. And just feel a stretch in the upper back body here. The shoulder blades kind of coming apart here as we're hugging ourselves and feeling that pressure and that coming into yourself as you're bringing your arms together. And on the next exhale, extend the fingertips back up gently towards the sky and switch the cross of the arms and drop the arms over to the sides again. Nice second hug here. Hug number 2. And as you're hugging here, maybe slightly just kind of play with the position of the head on the ground, feeling like the head is a big bowling ball getting heavy on the ground. See where your breath is going. Is it going into the belly, ribs, and chest, or are we just simply bringing the breath to the chest here? If we can, try to focus on bringing the breath right down to the belly. Breathing into the sides of the belly, sides of the ribs, and finally the chest. Now release the arms and let that go. Bring the arms down beside you, palms facing downward, and we're going to pick up the shoulder blades. So lift the chest, bring the shoulder blades together just gently, not pinching, and then we're going to let the chest come back down. So we're just broadening in the chest, opening in the heart. So we slightly bring our shoulder blades together on the back. And from here, we're going to come into a bridge pose, but we're going to do this very gently. So first we're going to start by tucking in the core. So bringing the belly button to the spine and lifting up in the pelvis, like as if your posterior tilt in your pelvis here. So just bringing that core up and engaging in those core muscles. And from here, then we're gonna plant down into the feet and start to peel ourselves away from the mat. Make sure that our chin is staying nice and neutral. We don't want the chin tucking into the chest here, but rather chest coming to the chin. And it's not about how far or how high we get up. Finding what's comfortable. No pain here. Pressing into the ground. Taking a breath or two here in this bridge pose, really kind of engaging those glutes. We don't want to be pinching the low back. Don't squeeze the bum too tight. And then slowly, with grace and control, start to peel the back down. Laying it down, vertebrae by vertebrae, along the mat. There we go. From here, I want you to grab your block or your brick. And this time when we go up, we're going to slide the block or the book, whatever you have, right under your sacrum. So here we go, starting to peel ourselves up once more. When you get high enough, we're just gonna slide that block under, not on the low back, but under our like tailbone, sacrum area. And we're just gonna let the body come back down and rest in this supported bridge pose. And we're gonna be here for a moment. Make adjustments as needed. Find what works for you, just as long as that block or that book isn't under your spine. And just see if we can let go a little bit in the hips here. Let the hips get heavy. Let the breath flow freely. Beautiful. Remember, if you have any thoughts, can you replace them if they're not serving you? Can you replace them with an affirmation? Can you put your hand up and say, mentally put your hand up, or physically, and say, no, thank you. Not right now. We're going to start to come out of this posture, so pressing down into the feet, grounding into the hands as well. We're going to slowly tuck in the hips and bring ourselves up and remove that brick, coming back down slowly and gently. Beautiful. Let's extend one leg at a time and go ahead and reach for your blanket. Now you're going to take your blanket, cover yourself up. You can cover yourself up tight like a little burrito, or you can let the legs be wide. Keep that blanket nice and loose. But what I want you to do here is grab your pillow and bring that right on top of you here. You can bring the second pillow on top too if you want the extra weight, but we just want to feel some kind of weight onto our body. And we're again going to tuck a little bit in the shoulders, bringing the shoulder blades together on the back and opening in the chest, just so that we can get a little more open and relax those shoulders. And keep the breath flowing here. I invite you to stay here, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You can stay here for an hour if you want to, as long as you can, but stay here and breathe with yourself. Let yourself relax. Let your body know that you are there for it, that you're there to support it, that you've got its back literally, and that you're gonna help it work through the anxiety, the nervousness. This is what our nervous system needs every now and then, needs this recovery, and needs this rest. So I hope that you enjoyed your practice, and I will see you next time. Namaste.